But yeah, man, that Tops is out here wilding, dude.
I'm saying they're doing a lot. They're doing a lot of shit.
They're literally out here wilding. Like there's so many different funny things that are new to us that we're seeing, and yeah, man, a lot of funny things to talk about today because of that. Um, like I'm genuinely like trying not to like crack up at one of the things you showed me. It's like it's kind of too much. I'm like, seriously, what? What are we doing over here, bro? Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
it's like it's one thing after another.
No, it really is. And we're like, does Tops have a plan? Or are they just like out here just shooting from the hip? Just like,
What?
oh, your mic. I thought you were going to say something.
No,
Um,
I'm trying to cover the echo so Ben doesn't complain.
oh, yeah.
Watch.
He needs to. I like the echo. I think it's, I don't know. It makes you feel like you're in like a cavern, like a
Yeah, Ben.
purple cavern. Yeah.
Stop ruining the stream, Ben.
Dadgummit, Ben. Gosh. Um, but yeah, it's like, does Tops like, I don't know that with a company that big, you think that they'd have like a plan, like for each category, like this is the 5 year, this is the 10 year, this is the architecture that we are putting into place in order to do X, Y, and Z, etc. So and we've talked about this quite a bit. Like we're hoping that that's what we're seeing with them, like switching around uh, release dates and switching around sets throughout the year. Maybe they're just stirring the pot. I don't know. Like maybe they're just like, let's just try it like this, um, and let's just see what happens. I don't know. I hope they have a clear cut plan instead of just trying to like throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. But obviously there is like quite a bit of intention with like Star Wars sets, especially sets like Galaxy, which um, we do have some new information on. Not a ton, but we have something. Um, Last two sets, like the intention has been clear. Um, and pretty interestingly, we've been talking about the 10th anniversary of Rogue One. Um, and looks like they are setting their intentions to do something with that. Um, so I'm just kind of happy to see that they care about those details. What are your thoughts? Do you think Fanatics is handling Star Wars reasonably with Tops?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say. I feel like they really nailed it last year or the year before that. And yeah, last year too.
Yeah.
2025 was a pretty good year for
Yeah.
releases.
Yeah.
Um, it's just yeah, like you said, if there's no plan and they're it's just kind of like if this is due to neglect, then that's wild. I would
Yeah.
be pretty upset if I find out that this is the reason why we're dealing with this is because they just don't have time. Like they put all these sets together just because they don't want to make time doing a print run for Star
We
Wars
talk.
because it's just
Yeah.
do it all together. You know what I mean? Put it, package it
That and
all together.
that's why smugglers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also
Yeah.
I don't know much about other um, IPs. I don't know how behind they are, but we're pretty
Hmm.
behind in a
Yeah.
lot of sets. Like we
Yeah.
just got 25 masterwork.
Hmm.
Um, over halfway
Hmm.
into 26. So
Hmm.
that sets at least 6 months. And if that's supposed to come out, say it's supposed to
Hmm.
come out in June every year, so that sets a year behind.
Yeah. I think that we just with that, it's like I think that's something that we're just gonna see. I don't think that'll ever
Yeah.
change. Maybe, but it's been like that with sports for a long time, and so I think it just got kind of slipped into that same model of like, sports are gonna arrive, 6 months late or a year late, um, in general. Although, they're on it with Galaxy. So with Galaxy, it's like, and with Chrome, it's like it arrives on the year, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas Smugglers and Masterwork were like, yeah, I'm not sure why that why that is, but why some of them have the proper year on it and some of them don't technically, but I don't know. Um,
Yeah, I wonder if I mean, I'm pretty sure, assuming obviously with sports players, it's probably easier to lock them down and get their autos versus maybe for like, 'cause I know Diego Luna has a lot of redemptions in Smugglers, and a
yep,
lot of people are saying that's because he's filming other things. He doesn't really. This is all speculation, so I'm assuming, like I said.
it
So it
makes
could be
sense.
that it's hard to kind of get, well, the checklist has over 100 signers for Chrome. I don't know how it seems like Chrome has like about 100 signers. So get a
Yeah,
checklist with 100 signers to lock down that many people to organize it
yeah,
every year does probably take some time.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen the redemptions that don't seem to make sense, but then you go, oh well, they probably just like weren't available during that time. That's always my assumption is that actors are always on set and like they may have demanding schedules, and so you're going to end up with redemptions in every single set.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
then someone did tell me this, like some actors early on before they became big did sign early contracts with other brands for like rights to signatures for like 3 to 5 years or something. So by the time Tops gets to them, it's already been quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny to really consider or to think that a lot of the factors are legal factors that we just don't know or consider or even
We
and we
don't
just don't know.
understand.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of legal loopholes for and contracts. Really, it comes down to like licensing and contracts a lot of times. Um, and there's a lot of moving pieces to these things. Like, it's like, why would they move up the release and flip them? Well, maybe because of 15 different factors that we don't understand as to why they had to do that. With Galaxy and Chrome. Um, this year, and it might not be because of some like greater plan that they have, but it might just have been this was the demand and this is how they had to do it. um, and
yeah,
and because Lucasfilm may come to them and be like, we need your Chrome set to reflect, which is your flagship set, to reflect the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Like, we need that to happen. Well, if that's going to happen, then we have to push the release on that one. Okay, well, you see what I mean. So it could have
yeah,
been a lot of times like Lucasfilm can, and really the licensor that they're working with can push them around into whichever way that they um, see fit. So yeah,
yeah.
I speculate that it is more along the lines of that. Um, and
You
I think,
think what was that?
well, I think we're gonna. There's something I want to note when we show some of the info we have today for the squad, that there are a few things I'm going to point out that represent that. So
Uh,
yeah.
okay. Well, today, which is funny because last night I was streaming pretty late. I got off at like 10:20, 10:15 my time, and we were on the Galaxy website, and
Mm-hmm.
this was not on here. And I woke up, and everyone and their mom was posting about these leaks. Which one should we do? That's fine. So here is the official first look at anything Galaxy 26. Now, last Galaxy was 8 months ago. Let's say it's going to be 9 months. So I guess it's not really that early. It's 3 months earlier than it
It's
should be.
it's a quarter early. Yep.
Yeah, which we put that in perspective. It's not that much
No.
early. Yeah,
No.
it's not that crazy. But we are getting it 3 months earlier than we should. Pre-order is July 14th. Estimated release day should be August either 11th or the 12th, maybe even the 10th. But I think usually it's a Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it's a Tuesday.
Yeah, so that's the 11th. So we should be looking at an official release day, the 11th.
Yep,
Oh,
that's what I think.
yeah,
Yep. 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 Well, so let's dive into. So first of all, I mean that Padme card, top left with fighting the Nexu in the arenas. It's
it's
gonna
nice.
be that one's going to be heavily pursued. That one's really dope. Um,
Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Do I have it?
so yeah, so far, I mean, first thoughts like, yeah, that's an amazing card, dude.
Yeah,
That's gonna go super hard. Love it. I
yeah.
love it, bro. Yes. We have
Oh,
comic fractors again, so that's cool. I'm glad to see that they're sticking with that trend because I think the comic fractors are dope. Um,
although I would like them to try to do kyber crystals again. That'd be nice.
yeah, that doesn't mean that they can't start doing the the Kybers again.
Sorry.
Um, so uncivilized.
Well, yeah. So I think that's more like a chrome and chrome black thing, right?
Well, it was across several different sets. I think you could find
Flagship.
some. You could find it in flagship. You could find it in 23 Chrome. Um, I want to say that there was some in Galaxy as well, but
I
I
don't
don't
think Galaxy
remember.
ever had them.
Was it just those two sets?
Yeah, but then comic fractors. What set started those? Was it 24 Chrome? Chrome has comic fractors too, right? Do those
That's a
cross
good
over between
question.
Chrome and Galaxy? I think so. Yeah,
I
because Chrome
think
has
they
the
do.
Padme Amidala comic fractor.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yep,
So, I
that's
don't
correct.
know. Long story
So,
short, it'd be cool if they did kyber crystals, and they could cross them into Galaxy technically because they do
mm-hmm.
cross the comic fractors. But we do got comic fractors back. This is probably my favorite comic fractor I've seen so far. Stormtrooper Han. I
It's pretty
think it's
sick.
just yeah, it's really nice. The Anakin is dope. I think we
I
do
like
have
the
Vader.
I like the Queen
What?
Amidala a lot.
Yeah, I was about to say this or the Amidala, one of my two favorite
Yeah,
ones so far.
because the Amidala in red, bro, is disgusting. I love
Yeah.
it. There's one on eBay for $1,000 right now. So
Hey.
hey, kind of worth it. Low key, buy that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So obviously we have autos again, and if you read through this, it does say one per case, which was how 24 was, but then 25 we were getting it was like 1.5 per case. So it's possible that they're using this verbiage in order to not have to fulfill um having a stronger verbiage as like one per case doesn't mean that you're not going to get 1.5 or averaging to every other case you'll have two and every other case you'll have one, because that's how it was in 25. We had a lot of two auto cases, and um, when you run the odds, when we run the odds, we'll be able to know what will should happen most of the time. So I'm curious to see how that will be if they're going back to a strict one per case or if it'll be 1.5 again. Um, 10 years of Rogue One. 10 years. We've got, in honor of the 10th anniversary of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. The checklist features special commissioned pieces from Tracy Easterday. So it looks like part of what I'm assuming a contract that Tracy has with Tops is that she's doing these insert sets. So she's had what 24 Galaxy Power of the Dark Side. She's had Hyperspace Galactic Origins, and now this. Are there any other insert sets that she's had?
Uh, I don't think so. I know she just has a bunch of sketches. I
Yeah.
think she has those two, and this could be her third. But I don't know. So fear, power of the dark side, fear of the dark side, whatever it's called, is not as limited as the
No.
hyperspace one.
Right.
So I don't know. This one might be because someone was telling me there's like a total print run less of 100 total of every card for hyperspace. So I don't know. It's something like that. It's like
For the Galactic
intentionally rare.
Origins.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is short print run on those. So this could go either way. We
Like,
could either have
like super,
um
super, super short print. Those are,
yeah.
or I just
I
top
have
together.
a I have a feeling that that's not going to be how this one is.
No.
Because you don't want your 10-year anniversary cards to be that limited. I don't think. Um, could be still, but I would think that you would want them to be more prevalent, but they might not be, especially because of this right here, which says that Christian Benavides, he is the guy who did the art for the 25 Galaxy Duel on Mustafar insert set that was done in like that Shogun like Japanese style. And he's doing another one where it's Vader versus Luke on Bespin. So that should be pretty cool. Excited to see the arts for that. Um, yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. Um, what else? What else do we have? What else is in here? I mean, those are pretty hype.
Yeah, it just pretty much gives out the same simple information about Galaxy. This we talked about this last time. This just breaks down that this is going to be a new mural style spray paint insert set. These are the base cards. The autographs have a new design. I do like them better than 25s, but I don't like them. I don't like these and 25s, but I like these better than 25s. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not. First glance, I'm not like. I feel the opposite. I think as you do, where I like the 25 more than this one.
Yeah.
I like 24 a lot better than most everything we've gotten, but um, I don't know. Obviously, in hand they'll be a little different, but I'm not a huge fan of the side banner like that, design wise. But I'm nitpicking. Triple autos look good.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this Superfractor auto.
Mm-hmm. That looks good. Simple.
Yeah.
I like the look of it. Um, got Obi and Maul. Is that Obi? Is that you think that's a base card?
I want to say it is.
Yeah.
I
It
want to
looks
say
like
it is.
almost like wanted, like a bounty, like
Yeah.
bounties on the heads of all these Jedi. Is kind of what it looks like behind him. I don't know.
He's fighting Django somewhere.
Could be. So that's interesting. Um, yeah. So we've got another set here. So several fan favorite art driven programs. Art of the Dark Side returns, and Turin is that Turin Clark. Um,
I think we
yeah.
skipped over this earlier. It says the beloved Knights of the Old Republic video game received its own dedicated insert.
So that's really cool. Bro, they are cooking up something with the Old Republic right now over at Lucasfilm. This is definitely another hint. I was told by a very reputable source that I should be. She didn't tell me exactly. She just gave me like a really strong clue, but that was like, yo, it would be a really good time to start thinking about the old Republic stuff. And to have that. And so then this confirms that too. Um, and this was one of the voice actors that I was talking to that said this, um, that has voiced one of the prevalent characters in the Old Republic game. So I'm pretty stoked to see what they're cooking up over there. I hope it's an animated, like Maul Shadow Lord kind of Knights of the Old Republic series. I think that that would be really cool. Um, and I guess Galaxy's gonna. Is this foreshadowing from Galaxy right here?
Maybe Lucasfilm is ready to start putting some Disney Lucasfilm is ready to start putting some light on that shady part.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really just seems like, um, yeah, I don't know. It kind of feels like the limits have come off over at Lucasfilm, and that um, they're going to be giving us some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, hopefully we'll see. Time will tell. I keep thinking that, but I don't want to get my hopes up.
I mean,
Um,
they should be trying anything at this point.
exactly,
Anything and
exactly,
everything.
right. And Maul Shadow Lord went extremely well, but it's not like that is going to be like, it's great for the core fans, but the majority of people out there aren't going to watch it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because it is really good. Um,
Yeah.
but so we have 10th anniversary of Rogue One. So this is whenever I was talking about Intention. You remember how that was like, we called that out to be the cover of Galaxy.
Yeah.
So because we were talking about covers, like and then we talked about the 10th anniversary, and here it is, um, with an insert set. Does that raise our odds? I don't know. I mean, maybe that raises our odds of being correct on that one. Um,
Well, technically,
mhm.
okay, so technically, there is a Phantom Menace insert set in Phantom Menace, right?
Wait,
In
what do you mean?
24 Galaxy. There's an insert set. There's Phantom Menace insert set in 24 Galaxy.
Yeah, it's Maul.
Yeah,
25
and
years
there's
of
a
Maul.
Revenge of the
Yeah.
Sith in 25. So I'm saying this follows that trend. If this has a Rogue One insert set, then I wouldn't see why it wouldn't have a box art of Rogue One.
It
Like
it
it does
makes
last year.
sense. It
Yeah.
it makes a lot of sense if it all follows the same trends. Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
But
So
yeah.
big hype. I'm stoked on this set. Um,
The
yeah,
only thing though is if you do pre-order it, there's now we don't they haven't announced anything. Hold on, let me do some quick research because if we go to tops, when does this set come out? Not this. Where is it? What is this set called? Debut series? I don't see it here. No, I don't see it. Also, I don't see anything about an EQL, so that's good news for now.
it probably is going to be a bigger print run than the most recent sets. It'll probably be the same as 25, but it could, I don't know, it could even be bigger.
It needs
Um,
to be bigger.
it could be.
So by
Uh,
adding,
there's a few reasons why I think it could be bigger, um, that I don't think I can say, but I just have reason to believe that it could be a bit bigger. Um, but it won't be that much more, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think it's going to be big enough to where like you're going to be able to get it. You know what I mean? So,
That's what I'm thinking. Because last year you were pretty
mhm,
much, I wouldn't say guaranteed to get it, but it wasn't too hard to get it if you tried.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, especially on the website. On release day, I know it was on the site for a minute. It was
mm-hmm.
available for a long time.
Yeah, yeah,
Or I wouldn't say a long time, but compared to most drops, it was up there for a while.
yeah, yeah.
All right. So you could pre-order it, and I don't know if they're implementing this on all categories, but this is kind of big news that they kind of just dropped on us. So there
Mm-hmm.
is a chance that our galaxy could come wrapper free.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. Okay, so let's read this over. Okay, because this is goofy. This is the thing that I was laughing about. Um,
Reread it.
all right, me read it.
Yeah, I'm retarded.
Okay,
Reread it.
okay. Announcement. Following unprecedented demand for yesterday's 25-26 Topps Chrome Update basketball pre-order, we're working to provide collectors a chance to open packs at a retail price. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. For Friday's Topps Chrome Update basketball mega box pre-order on our website. So this is not even hobby box. This is just mega boxes. Okay, so which kind of plays into this being maybe a little bit more reasonable, but all boxes, and this is for their pre-order on our website, all boxes will ship with the plastic seal fully removed. So this is wild. This is wild. While the cards and contents inside remain untouched, how do we know? There's a reason it's sealed. Removing the factory seal helps discourage the immediate resale and gives more collectors an opportunity to purchase at retail. This initial test is part of a larger program working to ensure that more collectors can buy the products they love at retail prices. We want you to know that we are working tirelessly to make the collecting experience as enjoyable as possible for everyone, from first time buyers to lifelong collectors and everyone in between. Now, my first response to this is then why don't you talk to your licensed resellers like Dave and Adams and Steel City and Blowout and have them bring the prices down? Like, why are you allowing them to do what they are doing to the market then? Instead, what you want to do is you want to tear the wrapper off so that you can have skeptical collectors buying an unsealed product now. Like, to me, this doesn't make any sense. It's pretty goofy. Um, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I think it's redundant. I don't think it matters. It's kind of like now, because like, okay, imagine they're like, okay, you order a case of Galaxy, they send you 12 boxes with no seals on them,
Mm-hmm.
but they send it to you in a case that's sealed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I just had the case on stream and opened up the case on stream,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're just
Yeah.
back to square one. So it's just, to me, it's like at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
they can't stop unless they force you to show up to the factory and pick up your box
Right.
open. Like there's no way they can't. They're not going to ship you an unsealed shipping box. So
Yeah.
regardless, you're going to have you can tell if it's been retaped and all that stuff. And to
Mm-hmm.
me, if everyone on my stream, like I have built enough trust with my community
That's what I was
that
gonna
if
say.
I
Yep.
gotta have a bunch of open boxes, like
Hyperspace.
when we did the hyperspace from National last year,
Mm-hmm.
Herc pulled the 101. A bunch of people were pulling crazy shit off of me, and they were
Yeah.
open, unsealed boxes.
Yep.
So
Same.
as long as you
Yeah.
have that trust and you haven't done it can bite you in the ass if you're the type of person to mess up, and you probably it's going to be hard to recover. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah. I think.
I don't see this being a big
It
setback
might.
to anybody
Well, it
other
won't
than
be a
Fox.
setback to breakers. It won't be a setback to breakers. It will be a setback to people that are trying to scalp it immediately on eBay. So it does to me it could have a negative effect for the scalpers that are doing that are like bot buying like huge pools of this product and then just reposting it right away. I think it could have that effect. For us, it's not going to matter. You know what I mean?
I don't
If
care
they
about
do this
that.
with other things, if they do this with other things, it won't really matter to me. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I have one feeling is like, okay, at least,
Not. I would still buy them off eBay if they were open, especially if I'm selling. So there would still be a market.
yeah, I wouldn't buy them. I don't buy from scalpers anyway. So, you know what I mean? I see that and I'm like, nope, I'll find it somewhere else. But I don't know. I don't know who they're targeting to try to keep. It's obviously it seems like they're trying to target the collector, like trying to keep it in their hands, and that's really what their goal is. But um, I don't know that this is how you do it. You know, so
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
hmm
We'll
but they're
see,
testing it with
man.
basketball, so that's good. Um, you know, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see if this because if it flops and it's a failure, they're not gonna like move it into other products. Like it'll just be like, well, that didn't work. But if they're like, oh, this is actually really working, um, you know, then we could see it trickle into entertainment. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
definitely. It's going to be a big change if it does get implemented. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Release like on every release.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see how this goes. I don't. Does it say? So the pre-order was yesterday. So I guess we'll find out in a month how people react to receiving their cases
Mm-hmm.
with no seals.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It does say also that there's a larger program that they're working on putting together to ensure that more collectors can buy the products they love at retail prices, which overall that is a good thing. You know, I'm curious to know what else they plan on implementing that fits that program. So I don't know because it has been a big problem like that I've seen out there. Like we get thrown into the fire in the eyes of a lot of kind of longtime collectors, being like, it's all breakers' fault. These all the breakers did this and that, whatever. And it's like yeah, actually, it's like it's a more complicated thing than that. You know, I think breakers are providing an excellent service to people in this world, in the hobby world, the collecting space, and um, that's like how I see it. It's one of the reasons why I was like, I want to do that. It's one of the reasons I liked it in the first place. So, because I was a buyer.
Yeah.
I was a buyer first. So I was like, oh, this is cool. I can't find Star Wars commonly around me close. Like I can get it right now, right here. This is great. And yeah, so I hope that this will alleviate some of that, but I don't know. Time will tell. Time
Yeah.
will tell. I'm
We'll
glad they're
see.
testing it with mega boxes and not hobby boxes. You know?
Well, what I'm learning is mega boxes and blaster boxes seem to be the way in other categories, especially like in Disney.
Disney for
Like I know
sure.
a lot of people just don't care about the hobby boxes. Like they'll rip the
Hmm.
megas and the blasters left and right. Like the Marvel
Hmm.
Chrome, I know those megas and those blasters are doing really well. People are
Yeah.
pulling really nice things out of them,
Yeah.
and it just comes to that price per hit ratio, I guess you can say.
Hmm.
Uh, you're spending $500-600 on a hobby box to pull a hit versus $40 on a blaster. A
Hmm.
good chance at pulling something cool at least. It just feels
Yeah.
different. I wish Star
Yeah.
Wars had something like this. It'd be
Hmm.
nice to see if maybe Chrome, if they introduced mega boxes for Chrome, maybe
I
that's
could
the
see them.
overhaul. Maybe that's
I
the
think it is.
overhaul we're waiting for.
Well, it could.
And
Yeah, that could be why it's delayed too, because they're
yeah,
adding in they're building that line out. I hope so. I want that. Um,
yeah,
you
because
know,
we do
it's
get the Costco mega boxes, but those are exclusive
yeah,
to Costco,
right,
and they kind of dick us with those because
right.
I'll be honest with you, the blaster packs seem to be decent, but those Costco packs are so bad.
Yeah.
They're so bad. They're good that
Hmm.
if you don't care and you just want to rip, they're really fun to rip because when you hit, it's like a fucking birthday present. But
Yep.
they suck, dude. They are so
Yeah.
rough. I remember ripping like 10. I think I did a 10 box break one time, and we did not pull a single numbered card in 10 boxes.
Yeah. That's
They're
whack.
rough. Yeah, they're rough.
I feel like
Versus
there should be. I feel like there should be one in every box, like or
some,
every other box. Like it's just why print that much, where there's just
yeah.
pallets of it sitting and like it just doesn't make any sense.
And they did this weird thing where like they let like people buy unlimited the first like 5 days, and
Yeah.
then they limited to two, and then no one bought any, and then they ended up putting them on clearance, and then no one bought any, and then they ended up selling them to like Harbor Freight or whatever the hell it's called, and
Ace
then now
Hardware. Yeah,
yeah, Ace Hardware, now they're selling them. And it's like
it's crazy.
you could have just let us buy them all day one.
That's right. Yeah, just
Yeah,
sell the
like
damn product. Just
yeah,
sell the damn product. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, what world are you trying to live in right now?
yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like
But
hilarious.
okay,
It's like
but to
it's like
circle, what was that?
well, no, it's like like a company built on market enterprise and capitalism decides they want to suddenly become socialist. Like it's just like a
Yeah,
hilarious like thing to do. It's
yeah. Well, to circle back from this whole open wrapper. So last year we did experience this
speaking of
at
open
the
wrappers.
Nationals. They had the redemption where you would have to buy a specific product to redeem to receive a national exclusive pack. So they had
Yeah.
hyperspace. That was like the big thing that we had. So you bought hyperspace for $250 a box. You took it
Hmm.
to Topps booth. They ripped the seal off, and then they gave you a redemption pack, basically for the seal. They will rip your seal off and
Hmm.
give you a pack. But this year, we just got word that they killed the rapper redemption program. That doesn't mean they killed the redemption pack. It just means they killed the rapper redemption program. So instead
Correct.
of taking your rappers at the nationals, they're taking your rappers off the website. They're just moving things
They
around.
still want your rappers. They
Yeah,
still
yeah,
want them, dude. No, it's so funny. Like it's like the funniest like segue of events. Which for us, I think for us, like things. Um, hopefully there will be a positive outcome for us, for all of us. Collectors, breakers, what have you. My thing is like as long as I can walk up and buy whatever exclusive pack that they have, because that's what I gather from this is that I no longer have to go spend 250 a box and buy a product that maybe I don't want. Um, luckily for us, we like the hyperspace, so it was like we had no problem buying 3 or 4 cases of it. But it would be nice to not have to like go lug around a case. Oh, I got to get a case from here. I'm going to go over here now and stand in line. Now I'm going to stand here, and it's like, okay, I could just go get in the tops line, hang out with my homies, get there, go 10 Star Wars packs, please. Pay my money and then walk. And then have the extra like funds for me to go hunt things I really want to break on stream that I want to bring to the community. Um, but we don't know what they are yet. We don't know what the items are. What do you think they're gonna have? You think it'll just be the exact same thing? Like, okay, instead of calling them redemption packs, they're like natty exclusive packs for these different things.
In a perfect world, like if they're like, yo, BP, just give us like what is the one thing you want them to have there? And they'd be like, here's Galaxy 2 weeks early. If they could be like one person per day, or one
That
per person per day, like you can buy a box of Galaxy, but you have to rip it there or something.
that would be nasty. Yeah,
Yeah. That's me dreaming. That like I that's
yeah,
probably not gonna happen.
yeah.
Um, I
Can you
think
imagine if it did?
I think they're gonna bust. I don't. I just in my heart doesn't believe that you're just gonna be able to walk up to the booth and buy redemption packs. That sounds too good to be true, and if it is, they're gonna be $100 each. It's just there's no way. There's some sort of catch, some sort of sign up. They're gonna ask you to sign up. You scan this QR code, put in your fucking social security number, and we need an address, and then you can get 3.
Yeah,
And then every day you're just gonna go like ask someone for their social security number and just sign up. I don't know. It's just I don't know what
yeah,
I have no idea. Assuming they do anything, there's a good reason for them to switch to Marvel this year.
yeah. There's a really good reason for them to have Marvel this year.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
really, really good reason. Disney too. Disney's been a hot product for them.
yeah.
I don't know. The thing is, so you got to think about it like within, like it's kind of like a snow globe effect. Within our snow globe, Star Wars national packs may be the hottest thing. Like we're limited to pretty much 10 per time we can go up there.
Mhm.
I think it was 12, whatever.
It was
I don't
12.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 12.
So to us, it was probably like the biggest deal, but they're realistically probably left over. Say they print 100,000 Star Wars packs, they're probably left over with like 80,000 packs at the end of the weekend.
Hmm.
Realistically, like where no one's there, you know what I mean? No one's there buying out the whole Star Wars inventory. They literally had cases of hyperspace stacked to the ceiling on Sunday before we left. So it's
Yep.
not like so maybe
And they
to
were
them,
limiting it.
yeah, maybe to
It's
them they're just
nonsense.
like, why the fuck are we gonna print 100,000 of these packs and end up stuck with half of them because we have this like redemption wrapper thing. So that's a good reason for me to believe that they would just kind of sell them at an expensive price for them to make the money. But
Right.
they also have their Collect app because I don't know if Fanatics has rebranded their streaming service to Collect. So it's called Collect now because like Mama
Mhm.
Breaks, when she's like, oh, I'm gonna go live, she doesn't say I'm going live on Fanatics. She says I'm going live on Collect. And then they just
Mhm.
started this virtual wrapper. So now you can buy packs on virtually on Collect on Fanatics' app. So you can buy like 3 packs of Bowman baseball on their app
Mhm.
and they'll send you whatever you get. So I don't know if
Huh.
there's like this whole like maybe that's the new redemption. It's gonna be a virtual. I don't know. We'll see.
Hmm.
There's a lot cooking over here that I don't really understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it I don't know. We'll just have to find out. We'll have to explore it. I hope it's not. I don't know. I'll be.
Maybe you want to read through some of these comments and see what people are saying.
Yeah.
I don't see any one that stand out to me. Depending on the price and quality of the packs, this could be
Mm-hmm.
good. If priced fairly and they have a limit on what can be purchased daily, then the average person could benefit from this. Having to buy an old product that wasn't very good, then go stand in line for the redemption pack was a hassle, anyways. It's pretty much just irritating.
What we were saying.
What the hell? Yeah, whatever that word is.
Yeah. What happens if Topps makes you open the pack at their booth? They can't make you do that, I don't think. Um, I hope there's a Star Wars option. This has been a driving force for my annual attendance for the past few years. That's
You just see
interesting.
that.
Go up from your cursor like
Oh,
5
there.
comments. Yep. Uh-huh.
Stand Shan. We'll give that one a like.
Topps has killed everything except high prices. If people like those, they're still available. Bro, calm down. No packs for you. Are you going to try to sell your Chrome case straight up now then? Hey, that's a good question. Well, right. It's because the money's going to go somewhere, right? Because what they just did, because this, I'm going to respond to your 80,000 packs left. They just sold those to Dave and Adams because they were buying at $60. They were buying at 60% basically. And so whatever was left over, they could just go to Dave and Adams or Steel City or Blowout and just sell their packs off to them to let them handle the distribution later. That's what they were doing then. But I think what they realized was like, okay, why don't we just straight up sell them and and lower the price? This is probably what we're going to see. You're going to see those packs probably selling for 60 to 70 bucks. And then we're going to see non-inflated prices and maybe slashes in prices on products that they're trying to move. That way the big box companies now have the ability to move product that they've been sitting with while at the national. That'll be the potential trade. Because they still are going to need incentive to move stuff, right? Because there's still stuff that I know they're sitting on, that they want to get moving. So, you feel me?
Yeah, we'll see, man. A few weeks out, so we'll see.
Because what are they
Either
going to
way,
do
I
with all that 25 Sapphire? You know what I mean? What are they going to do with all that? No, like,
mean they don't care. They don't have it.
well, no, the Dave and Adams in them. Because what Dave and
I,
Adams is going to do is they're going to come back to Topps because they're like buddy buddy, and they're going to be like, Topps, listen, we need to move this stuff. Like, so that's why the redemption thing worked for both parties. So what's in it for
well,
the big
that
three now?
really because that it only worked for Star Wars. That was only for Star Wars.
Did they not do that for sports?
No, you can bring your own boxes for sports.
Couldn't you do that for Star Wars as well?
No, Star Wars, you had to
No.
buy them from David Adams. So all the
Gotcha.
sports stuff, like that's why you saw people were dollies full of boxes. They
That's
weren't buying those.
right. That's
They were bringing
right.
those. They were bringing those from home.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, that's a good
So
point.
Star Wars was the only category where you had to buy them from the big three companies and repeat.
Mm-hmm.
So everything else was just
That's right.
redeemable from home.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Huh. Well, then I guess we'll probably just see discounted cases, like more than likely. I think we
Okay.
will.
I think the national has gotten so big,
Hmm.
and again, this is another good point to bring up.
Hmm.
The national packs aren't new; those have been
Mm-mm.
around for a few years. I
Yeah,
know for a
quite a lot of
fact.
years.
I know for a fact that Star Wars had the 2024 national packs. So let's
Hmm.
say for the last 2 years, assuming 2023 had national packs, let's go back to 2022 had national packs for Star Wars. Assuming that's when Tops wasn't owned by Fanatics. That 2025 could have been that last year Fanatics phased out that redemption period. So
Hmm.
it could have nothing to do with anything other than Tops. Just they tried it for a few years and was like, okay, no, why would we print all these packs and sell them give them for free and make David Adams all this money
Right.
when we can just sell them straight up? Like, come over here. Like they
That's what I'm
probably
saying.
have.
Yeah.
They probably have. Like, dude, I wouldn't doubt they're like, hey, we have like 20,000 Grogu and Mando tops now. For every 10 you buy, we'll give you one redemption pack. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? There has to be some form of, as a business,
Right.
there has to be some form of liquidation incentive for them to offer this to the person.
Hmm. Hmm.
There's no way this is just a straight up like thing. As a business, no one does this for free. This isn't just here you guys go. We love you guys. You
Right.
know.
No, they'll. I think that they're just going to be selling it like straight up.
Do you think just
Because like
straight up?
what? I think so. I think they're just going to have some stuff straight up that you can just buy. I think that they're just like cutting the BS out, and they're just like, listen, like, let's just give us the money straight up. We'll give you the product. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it's like it makes sense because you're just streamlining the the avenue for funds to just flow into their pocket. You know, because who's not going to
So
go stand in line just to be like, oh yeah, I could just buy them. Yeah, boom, give them to me. $60 a pack. You know.
I mean, personally, it just ruins the incentive for me. Like, I have no reason to do that unless I wanted to dome them.
Hmm.
Because
I
okay,
still see the incentive for me, but
yeah,
because well, it depends on the price, right? And this is kind of getting into the nuts and bolts of the business, but like, if I don't have to charge an arm and a leg to let um, my community be able to get in on an exclusive product that they can't access, but I can because I'm there at the right place at the right time, then the incentive is there for me. But if they're $100 a pack, that's when it's like the incentive doesn't exist anymore because now I'm going to have to charge too much, in my opinion, to make it worth it for everybody. So yeah, it depends on what that price point is, whether or not the incentive will be there for me at least. So
yeah.
unless it's really dope, you know what I mean? Unless it's like, okay, there's a single encased card and like a hit parade style thing, which I don't think they're going to do, but um you know I think it just depends on what the product is and what the price point is as well. um but you better believe I'm going to go stand in line right away to find out, um and if you want to walk the floor, you could just be like, "Oh, Jungle's in line. We'll just go check in on what he's doing." you know, he's holding my place in line
Yeah.
because I'm definitely gonna go. I'm too curious. I got to go
Yeah.
stand in line. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, let's go discover what they thought up. What did they concoct? Um, do you think they'll tell us before we get there, though?
Dude, they don't say shit for shit. They don't say anything. Look, so that actually is a perfect
uh,
example of another thing we can talk about. So these people, thank God, are a couple weeks ahead. But PSA announced that they are doing on-site grading. So these people are good at announcing stuff. Tops for celebration, we didn't even know until we got there.
Mm-hmm.
They told us the week of celebration that they weren't even going to be there. The only reason why we found out Tops was there is because the map got released.
The map.
They put out
Yep.
the map, and we still found
That's what I was going to
Tops.
say. That's the
And
only reason we knew Tops was going to be there.
We didn't know what and how much until we were there already. And until I saw you. I was like, yo,
yeah.
you know what the hell?
And I like pulled the box out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So there's either one of two things going on. Either they don't like communicating and they like the surprise, or they just don't have a marketing department, you know? Because it is wild that they don't give us information.
They don't post anything. You don't even know when a set's releasing. You have to like
No.
that was my biggest thing.
You have to dig.
I tell people, I've known that there were Star Wars cards for the longest time. I just had it took me forever to figure it out because every time I check the website, there's nothing. You kind of had to time it right where the release was 5 days ahead, where you can see on the release calendar. Other than that, there's no way of knowing shit. I kind of had to just through Whatnot kind of learn. You know, shout out to the Whatnot community. That's how I kind of learned how to handle this whole. Oh, and the Discord, the Star Wars Card Hub Discord is a big help.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. You know, they end up reposting streamers on their social media more than they post any of their own information. It's kind of hilarious.
They are on their Red Bull style of marketing where they're not marketing their product, they're marketing what it feels like to buy their product. And that's kind of like what they're like. That if you go to Red Bull's page, there's not a single Red Bull can picture anywhere, or there's not a single new flavor.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a dude jumping out of an airplane. It's a dude doing a backflip off a donkey or some crazy.
It's all lifestyle, yeah.
So Tops is on that. Every post is some dude pulling a car that changes his life because that's how they're gonna emotionally get you to be like, I can be that guy. I want to be that guy.
And it's true. You can. Yeah, you can. Come to our stream. It can be for you. No, it is true. And but it'd be nice to get some information as well.
Yeah. But
anyway,
they're playing too cool.
Yeah, they are a bit. But PSA is not. And they are letting us know. The National. So on-site grading, selling, vaulting, and more. So they will be vaulting cards so that you don't have to leave with them. Technically, you can just put it in the PSA vault and then either keep it there or list it from the vault on eBay, etc. Who is this guy? Why is his jacket so blue? Okay, yeah, cool. This kind of tells you how you want. If you are planning on going, then I would go check this out. Here are the tiers. On-site walkthrough. Oh my Lord, have mercy. On-site premium elite. Dude, these tiers are hilarious. So on-site express is by the end of the... What's dual service add-on? Oh, so you can add on cards or a card for $60. Max insured value is $2,500. Estimated turnaround end of show. Saturday, 12 p.m. Okay. So why would somebody use this service? Why would someone do this?
I personally wouldn't unless you had a card that made sense to do it. So yeah, so it's right now they're backed up months, so you can literally just walk in, drop off your card, 2 3 days later, pick it back up. So if you have a card
Yeah,
worth a couple $1,000, spending 229 dollars to kind of get it graded same weekend makes a lot more sense than spending $200 and sending it off in the air and praying for the best.
exactly.
Yeah. So and then
Yeah,
two, it's a really cool service because I've seen a lot of videos of people like you can literally buy a hobby box, pull a 101 that day, drop it off to get graded, pick it up the next day, and sell it to a vendor and cash out. You know what I mean? It's a
which
really
is
cool,
sick. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's a sick
sick.
experience. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this is not. You don't want to bring a box full of cards. You don't want to bring. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that with this. This is like you have something special. You have something high end that you want to grade on site, or you pull something at the event, like what you're saying. Um, yeah, like I'm considering doing my Mark Hamill auto authentications with the On-Site Express. You know, that way it's like I know I have it. Um, I can use the service because I kind of want to see what it's all about. Make a little video um, going through the process, and then I think it'll be worth it. I think for that, but I'm not gonna bring my I don't know whatever other card I was considering grading. You don't want this is not grading Galaxy Atomics, or whatever. This is like you're grading supers or authenticating big cards or something like that. So
I mean, you can grade whatever you want. It's your
you can do
money.
whatever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly. Realistically, you can grade whatever you want. I just highly, I don't, I think people were under the assumption that it was going to be like the $30
No.
same day. Yeah, but it's a minimum.
No.
Doesn't matter what you grade, it's a minimum 229.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
And
wild.
if you're gonna do this, I would honestly skip the redemptions because those are gonna be there all weekend, and I would drop this off right away because these lines were like 4 to 6 hours long the whole weekend just to drop off for the on-site express.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
So
good. Keep them
I'll
entertained for a second. I gotta do something real quick. One
yep.
second.
So I've got a couple of cards that I'm going to do this with. Sapphire Stormtrooper Luke Mark Hamill autograph. I'm just going to have it authenticated. And then I have another one that I think I'm going to have authenticated for maybe someone in the chat. But what do you guys think about this? Is there anybody in the chat that has any thoughts, feelings? Dual service is for auto grading. Aha, I see. Yeah, they only did 24 and 25 for national packs. Yeah, I saw that. It's only been 2 years, and we may not get a third year. So I guess we'll see. Yeah, Ghost says that it'll drive the price down because people won't need to buy. That's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I think too. Jungle doesn't want to mention the sketchographs. What do you mean? What are you talking about, dude? Yeah, I wasn't reading it. I had it closed. For that whole first section, so I don't get distracted. I didn't want my ADHD to run wild. I only open it later in the show. But yeah. But you're right, Ghost. I feel like me and you like think really similar about this stuff. I think we have a lot of the same thoughts on how it's like affecting things and what's going on. The sketchographs in Galaxy. Hmm. How would one know such a thing? How would one know such a thing? Um, I can neither confirm nor deny what Ghost Crew is speaking on. But
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
dude, you okay, listen. This card can't be real, right? Did you artificially generate
Not
this
me.
image?
Not me.
No, this is a real post. This is a real post from Sports Cards Nonsense. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know if this is tops or it could be. I don't know shit.
I think this is Bowman. This is
But
Bowman.
I don't know if this is a thing. I don't know if this is an accident. I don't know if someone just fucked up when they were setting up the machine.
They did. Yeah, and who's to know if this card actually ended up in circulation or not? But yeah, as you know, they can calibrate the with a little knob like this. You can calibrate which number it goes through. I don't know why it would. I guess you have your like left set of data, right set of data, and the left set of data just was set too high, so you ended up with a 251. Someone could have done this just to be funny. Um, you never know there's human beings overseeing the manufacturing of these cards. So imagine you and I are just in the card manufacturing space, and we're just in the factory, and we're like, dude, wouldn't it be funny, if we did a
Fire.
251? And it was like, imagine how much that card would go for, because it'd be like a one of one.
That's what I'm gonna ask you. You think this is worth more or worth less?
I don't know. I think it just depends on how a particular collector might see it. Um, if it were okay, let's just say Alonso here is number 21, and his jersey number is 21, and then it's a print run to 20, but it's 21 of 20. Maybe it would be worth a lot, just because of the the oddity of it, and it aligning with the player. But I just 251 of 250, is it worth more? It's probably worth more than the other ones in that print run of the 250s, probably. I would say so. Is it going to be worth more than the one of one? No, definitely not. Definitely not. But like, I would want to own something like that just because it's like it's an error. It's a print error.
I
So,
would be so pissed if I found this in Star Wars.
oh my gosh, right?
Oh my
Just
god. Yeah.
yep. I would smash my black melon on the pavement, dude.
Nah, I wouldn't really care, honestly. It would. I would just be kind of. I would kind of want to keep it.
It would make for a funny clip. Well, right, you would want to keep it. See, that's kind of how I feel about it as well. It's like those kind of errors there's some funny ones out there.
Yeah, and like you said, this is. Oh wait, no. This looks like it's in a plastic. This looks like it's like a promo card or something.
I don't know. He
Oh
could
no,
have
no, I think it's a
encased
one
it.
touch. I think it's a one touch.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. It's one touched, but yeah, that's mind blowing. But yeah, hopefully we don't see those problems leak into Star Wars, Marvel, Disney. V friends. do,
I don't get.
do you do you like that post I sent you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I Oh
I
man.
mean, hey,
You
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 never
sh-
know. People are
yeah.
buying it.
Should we oh yeah. I feel like it's funny to be able to laugh at yourself in your industry. I sent a post earlier that was like the kind of the creation of V friends, and it was like just like silly names with like a stick figure cat drawing. Um, but yeah, Purple says, "God bless HP sketches." I think he means Hit Parade. Yo, shout out Purple, pulled an absolute nuke out of Hit Parade.
What do you
Um,
pull?
hold on, let me send it to you real quick. Um, yeah, it's disgusting. One second, I have to dig into the archives. All right, I'm gonna. It's really good. All right, I sent it to you.
On Instagram?
Yep, Instagram.
Oh, oh.
Yeah. So DYJ, crazy.
I pulled one of the sketches before. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
But these aren't always sketchographs. They just have sketch series sometimes.
Hit Parade has sketch series. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
That
Hit
one's
Parade. This isn't
Hit Parade.
Swahili. Okay.
Yeah. No, this is Hit Parade. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty massive. Um,
Yeah, that's fucking nasty. It's basically a black foil.
yeah. 100% it is a black foil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gorgeous, man. Gorgeous. Congratulations. That's an insane sketch. I mean, these aren't sketches. These are art
Full.
cards. Like these are mini masterpieces, you know. It's crazy. There's a big difference.
I don't get how it blows my mind.
It's I get it. It's just being able to there's like a man, the more you do it, the more you start to see how people can get to this level. Um but yeah, this is someone who clearly has like um not only pursued drawing to this degree, but has spent a lot of time cultivating likenesses and realism in portraits, specifically as an area of focus. Otherwise, you can't get to this level unless you're just a gosh darn prodigy, which does happen occasionally. But um, this is and then not only to do it right. There's one thing to do it at any size you're comfortable, but then doing it on a freaking baseball card is really like a high level of artistry. Like it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't. It blows my mind every time.
It's pretty crazy, dude. Like like I'm working on a set right now and I'm sitting here doing things that I've never done before and kind of surprising myself, you know, and being like, wow, I took that from there's a lot of belief too. Like when I start something, I'm like, I don't know if that's going to work the way I foresee it working,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to just go for it anyway and hope to get it there. I'm kind of a sculptor whenever I'm working on my sketches. I'm realizing with my kind of my native style. I have different styles that I'm figuring out and learning, but my native style is to layer and sculpt and build something over many layers. And so
Yeah.
my early layers on some of those pieces, like I'm like, am I gonna get this there? You know, like, and you're like, duh. I'm like, nope, don't worry about it. You just keep going. You just keep going. It'll get there. You know, and you can get it there. It's kind of crazy if you have enough tools. If you have
Yeah.
enough tools, which I pretty well do. And if I get to a point where I'm like, I need to fix this and I don't have the tool for it, I'll go get it, you know. I'll be like, I think I could accomplish that with this. If I don't have it, I'll just so and that's kind of how you end up building a big kit. Um but yeah. One draws like that purple because you learn um art theory and like how to apply um certain techniques. Figure drawing and portrait drawing. And there's different like methods out there. Like you can draw heads based on a series of different methods. You can pick this method, do this method, do this. And if you do that, then you learn the basics and then you can kind of start to just do it. Um, so like I can do, there's a method for drawing faces and heads called the Loomis head method, where you draw a circle, you draw another circle within that, and then you portion it out in a certain way, and then you know that the features align based on like that head, that structure. I started drawing more recently. I kind of had forgotten about like figure drawing and stuff like that. I was like, oh, I just kind of look at it and draw it, which I like have the ability to do, but um, whenever I put myself in the confines of like classical methods and practice them, then you can come back and you can see it without having to do it. So like I can now draw a head just by looking at it, and then I can think about the Loomis structure without actually drawing it. Um, which is like, you know, you have to practice a lot to get to that, but which is, you know, a long way around to saying you have to practice a lot and employ the methods. But um, most people could sit down and practice those methods, you know, and be able to come up with something. But what you just saw from Didge is like, you know, incredible talent mixed with ruthless persistence over years. Like that's pretty much what that is.
Yeah.
I'm an
We'll
art
get to.
nerd.
I was gonna say we'll get to see how this come to life next month.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
long do you think it's gonna take
Wow.
for someone to pull your sketch?
I don't know,
If you had
man.
to guess, no, you have to guess. You can't just say I don't know. A month, a
I
week, a
hope it
day,
happens I hope it happens day one,
day
but
one.
a week. I'm gonna say within the first week, someone will pull one of mine. But
That's insane.
we'll see. We'll see. I guess we'll find out. This will be a really interesting thing to keep a pulse on, because just imagine there's 58, so I have 58 cards in there, but it's like, okay, thinking of it as like 50 cards. Okay, if you have 50 cards in like a sea, how long does it take one of them to surface? You know, um, I don't know. I'm curious. I'm really, really curious. I think it'll happen really fast. I just hope that I am not. I hope that that week, and I think it will be, is just like super cleared out for Galaxy. Because I'm gonna be like on my phone a bunch, and I'm gonna be um, streaming a lot, obviously. But then I'm wanting I want to be able to like be there when people pull my cards. I want to be able to jump in. I'm gonna have my notifications on and everything like that. So yeah, I can't wait. It's funny too. You know what's happening right now? I'm like, I'm not even this set hasn't even come out, and I'm working on a set right now where I'm like, I can't wait for someone to pull this one, you know, like, and no one's even pulled any of mine yet, you
So
know,
you're
and
already on
it's
the next one, yeah.
because I'm already like
Yeah, mentally,
about
yeah.
I'm literally about to submit my second set. You know what I mean? So it's funny because I will have finished a second set before you guys even see my first one. Like Tops will have my second one before you guys even see my first one, and that's pretty wild.
That is
Like,
nice.
mhm. The turnaround time on this one is really short, and we were talking about this earlier, and this is just like a little preview for this, but I do want to kind of dive into like the process and the things that we've learned or that I've learned through different confines of this process. But obviously, I can't do that until the sets are out. So that will happen. But it's interesting because they gave me this amount of time, and then now they're giving everybody this amount of time. So, and have the same request. So imagine having to do the same a level of work in half the time, you know? So
Yeah.
it's kind of nuts. I don't know what they fully expect. I'm curious as to why. Um, it's like, here's 3 months, 60 card minimum. Here's 6 weeks, 60 card minimum. And you're like, what? What? Wait, what? Teacher. And you can't even like raise your hand and be like, teacher. You know what I mean? Teacher, what? You just kind of have to say yes or no. Like, and I just was like, I guess so. I'll try. And I am. It's interesting because I'm like, how do I meet that same demand? And so it's making me make decisions I wouldn't have made. You know. So
Should I make you food? What? Should I make you food? No, no, I'm live.
I'll take some food. Um, but yeah, no. I'm interested to share like what that looks like whenever everyone can see it. So yeah. Yeah. Do we have any other news? Any other I feel like there was something else that had happened that I wanted to talk about, but I don't think so. I think we covered it all.
Yeah, no. As far as news, no.
Yeah. I think we covered it all. Um, do we want to open the floor to the chat for any questions or comments or smart
Yeah,
remarks?
yeah.
You guys excited for
Yeah.
Galaxy? Are you just like, it's whatever?
I'm excited to rip. Like to rip packs, not open boxes.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure. They have not released the cover art yet, to our knowledge. We have not seen it. Um, we still think it's going to be Rogue One. I anticipate a Death Star on the cover of some sort with maybe Cassian and Jin, which would be really cool, honestly.
Yeah, I'm really hoping for like a Death Star construction cover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So hopefully it's really cool. I assume it will be. The last two have been bangers. What are you guys most excited for with the set after seeing? Okay, that's what this is. You've got the Tracy insert set. You've got the Christian Empire Strikes Back Shogun style set. What are you guys feeling? I just want a jungle sketch. I don't know if I want to get excited about Galaxy just because no guarantee autos or sketch. I mean, you're guaranteed
Case wise.
case wise. You are. Hobby box wise, obviously, that's the beauty of Galaxy, because the thing about it is that the parallels are so good and have such strong value that you're not just chasing autos and sketches in that set. You're also chasing the dope parallels of specific cards in the set that you're after. But yeah, oh man, it's crazy too because um, something happened that you'll see in the progression of my sketch cards where I bought like a huge tool chest to be able to use, and things changed a lot. So I have some cards in my initial set that like they're fine, but they're not like at the caliber of the stuff that I'm doing right now. Some of the stuff in that set is for sure, but some of it's not, and it's fine. Again, it's fine. And you guys, I think everybody's going to be stoked regardless, but I'm very critical. So like the stuff I'm doing right now, I'm like, "Oh man, that's going to be sick." Like these are going to
Yeah.
land. Like, and I do think that there's a lot in my first set that are going to land, but there's stuff in my second set that I'm like, "Yo, these go hard as nails." Um, we're not allowed to do puzzle sketches. It's in the rules now. You're not allowed to do them. I know that they've been out there in the past, but there's a more recent rule where they're like, yeah. So I can deny strongly. I did no puzzle sketches. So you won't have to worry about that.
Well, do you know what year they stopped that?
I assume that they stopped it out after 24 hyperspace. That's the last set that I've actually seen one. So
Damn, that recent?
yeah, that recent. Yeah, because I pulled a Boba Fett for Herc out of that set that we were like, is this a puzzle? Looks like there's like some Vader cape over in this sketch. And sure enough, the Vader had been pulled later and we saw it.
Oh
Um,
wow.
mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe he broke the
So
rules.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe went under radar.
Maybe. I don't know how he would have gotten away with it, but yeah, maybe he did. Maybe he did. I suppose so. I don't like risking things like that because I don't want to waste my time.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm trying to stick to the guidelines as much as I can so I don't have cards that don't make it through the licensing process. Because that's where I got hit with two of my cards was licensing. It wasn't Topps artist team. They were like, cool, thanks for the cards. And then they told me like, yeah, the licensor said this about these two. Like, okay. So Battle Poppy, people are wanting your custom mags and my custom stands. So we gotta
You gotta make them.
yeah. I'm gonna make some as soon as I get done with this set because I don't know if you guys have ever thought about doing 60 sketch cards, but I literally my brain is completely consumed. People have been messaging me, asking me, and I'm like, dude, I literally am too consumed. Like, I will. I'm not gonna answer most of you. I love you. I'm not gonna answer you right now. So it's too much work. I'm up till 4 a.m. working. Like 4 a.m. is my cutoff time. Um, and I woke up at 10 today. So I'm sleeping 6 hours right now, maximum, unless my body just gives up.
You're staying until
So,
4 every day right now?
mm-hmm. Yep.
That's rough.
It's whenever I am most. I'm like just when I tell you I'm like it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy, bro. Like when I get into this like mentality, bro. I'm I literally it is so crazy because you were like, oh 6:30, we'll get on a call. I was like, okay, bet. I put my head down, lifted my head up, and it was like an hour was gone. Like, and I was like, whoa, like that like hours just disappear. Like I'm like, wow, I've been sitting here at my art desk for 6 hours straight and haven't even gotten up. Like, like it's nuts, dude.
It's like watching Saturday morning cartoons. Time
Right?
just
Exactly.
flies.
Yeah,
Dang,
Benjamin.
you gotta get some
I'll,
sleep.
yeah, I do need it. I climbed. So it was 4 a.m. I was like, I have not gotten in a climbing session at all. Maybe it was 3 a.m. It was 3 a.m. And I was like, I'll just stop early. I'll give myself an hour to climb. I'm in my garage. 3 to 4 a.m. was my time window to get to climb. Because I've like training, like climbing technical boards in my garage so I can like actually train hard and climb. And I was just laughing at myself. I was like, bro, I'm actually having an insanely awesome session. I felt really strong, like was like doing hard moves, was like grabbing small holds. I was like, this is sick. Cut off at an hour. But that night it was like I had I had to have 8 hours. I could not even get up. If I climb, I have to have 8 hours. If I don't climb, I can do 4 or 6. But
Four is pushing it. Four is crazy.
I can do 4. So after you have a kiddo, you realize 2 and 4 blocks actually like work if you know how to do it. And you get trained too. So I can do like 2 hour blocks where I'm sleeping for 2 hours, getting up, sleeping for 2 hours. I had to do that like pretty functionally. And then 4 hours feels like a lot. you know, you're like, oh, I got to sleep for 4 hours. That's great. You know, um, but that's why I know I can do it. I'm like, okay, I know what it's gonna feel like if I just. It's always hard to get up, but once I get going, I'm gonna be going. You know, so, but you can't sustain it if you're not giving yourself enough hydration, nutrition, etc.
Yeah.
Um, you can't be like sleeping 4 hours and then going out partying, drinking, and stuff like that, and then do it again. Like that won't last. But um, as an adult, like as long as you know yourself, you can get away with it. But I also know that I'm gonna crash after this set. After I finish this set, I know I'm crashing, and I'm gonna give myself like a day or two, and then I'm gonna ramp back up again because I have a bunch of work to do um, for Rebel ScumCon. I've got a couple of commissions going out for sketchographs. That's gonna be cool. So that experience of like bringing cards to someone that's gonna meet me there to get it signed at the event, that I'm really excited for. Um, so I'm only selling 5 of those. So 2 are gone. If anybody wants those other 3 and you're going to be at Rebel ScumCon, let me know. I'm only doing 5. So 2 are gone, 3 more. So essentially, if you want me to do a sketchograph for you to get signed at the con, 3 slots open. They're $100 each. If you buy multiples, I'll give you a discount, but only a little bit. So, but yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty. It's something I haven't technically done in that manner, and I'm excited to see how that goes. So, because I get to see the reaction of the person who has commissioned me to do it, then I get to see them take it over to the person, which I may even leave my table and go over there and go with them to have them signed, just because I want to see the whole thing, you know. Um, and then I get to see the reaction of the person's that's signing it. So and then the finished product. So I don't know. I kind of cherish those type of processes creatively, you know.
Yeah. It's like when we did the Tracy celebration pickups. Yeah, those
That's
were pretty
exactly
big
right.
moments. Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. So because you look forward to it, and it's such a for you guys. So I didn't get a commission from her, but you guys did. What was that feeling like for you?
It was, I mean, it, I'm not gonna lie, it was probably like my top 3 favorite moments from the trip. It was just something that was cool. I think just the experience from everyone meeting, because that's when I met everybody, because everyone was
Mm-hmm.
really busy, kind of like doing their thing. And
Mm-hmm.
then at the end, like the last hour, like I think they closed at 6. For
Mm-hmm.
this 6, for example, they closed the con at 6. We all met up at 5.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing we did is we all went to Tracy's table to go pick up our sketches. So just the whole experience that has tied to it for me is pretty cool. And I have it all on
Yeah, that's
video.
dope.
I have like the whole vlog of it and stuff. So yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, that's
It
cool.
was a nice experience.
Yeah, I'd be stoked to see that. Um, and then, of course, that leads into then I wasn't there for that, but then I met up with you guys at the pub where we had one of the greatest pub experiences of our lives. Um, you remember them playing the Phantom Menace, and we all just like freaked out, dude. That was one of the coolest Star Wars
Yeah.
moments that I've ever had. Was that same day? Um, that was a highlight for me. Was like us ripping there, you pulling that Darth Maul sketch in there. Yeah, I mean that
Yeah.
was all time, dude. That was all time collector Star Wars fan experience. Like I remember like everyone cheering because we were when we first got there. When you guys had the table, you told me where you were, and I joined up. It just kept building and building and building until that place was so packed you couldn't go anywhere. And then when they put the Phantom Menace on, we all cheered, of course. We were going nuts. And then there was the next moment where everybody went nuts was when the boys ignited their lightsabers, bro.
Yeah.
In the gas, on the Trade Federation ship. Everybody lost their minds as soon as the boys ignited the sabers, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody, bro. It's the loudest I've ever like. I was in I was in one of the like big sports bar and like pubs here in Colorado when the Nuggets won the national championship. When they won the finals, NBA finals, I was in a bar full of people, huge like sports bar, full, packed to the freaking brim, and it wasn't as loud as the Star Wars pub, dude, when the boys ignited the sabers. Like, if that tells you anything, bro,
Yeah.
it
It
was
was
it
a
was
bar
ridiculous.
in Japan. It was an English bar in Japan.
English bar.
Full
Yep.
like packed to the brim of Star Wars fans.
Yeah. Like
And
wall to
everyone was just,
wall. Like
yeah. And they had $8 liter beers. Like beers this big.
giant. Like, yeah.
Like that thick,
This
like
big.
this tall.
Like
Yeah.
this big. No, legit though,
For
yeah.
eight
And
dollars.
yep. We spent at least $100 each on beers. Like
It was crazy. And then we
no,
went to
we
go
were
have
kidding, but
sushi at like 5 in the morning. Or like
oh
not like 2
gosh.
in the morning.
Yeah, the sushi
Yeah.
experience was really good. Um, it's
Yeah.
just fun to be able to rally around the fandom and like trading cards and like enjoy that together. Like I don't really rip like that by myself. I'd much rather do it with a group of people. I think it's the most fun.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
can't just be
same.
like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I've never dumped half a case of anything, and that day I did. Oh,
right,
man. I mean, at the price we were paying, it was kind of stupid
right,
not to.
yeah, definitely, definitely. That's the time to do it. You know, that is definitely the time to do it. So that's why in my head I'm like, well, I save up my obviously money, but also that energy, and that level of responsibility where I'm like, this is the appropriate context for me to like splurge and kind of go all out. Um, I almost domed a case on that trip. I domed 9 boxes on that trip. Yeah.
What's the case? 10?
10. It was 10 at that point. Yeah.
Oh my god, you dumped the case.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
Again,
brought
for
a
that
sealed case home.
price,
Yeah, yeah.
That
I think
price
I
might as
brought.
well.
Yeah, I think I brought a case and a half home and domed 9. So it was crazy. That was a crazy time, but it yeah. I mean, it was worth it. It was fine.
I mean,
I've
for you,
started
it's
to
definitely
see.
worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Um, I have started to see some of those acetate Japanese posters show up in slabs. Bryant sent me. He was like, "Did I get this for a good buy?" And it was like a Jim Minton Japanese poster, and I was just like, "Man,
These
it's yeah, yeah, yeah." Get it to focus.
focus, pussy boy.
Yeah, one of those. They look insane slabbed up. Like they look
Yeah, they
so
look
good.
nice.
I think those are like in terms of like case hit short print no numbered, like that's like one of the peak cards to like have graded or have in a 10. Um they're just timeless, you know. That's a timeless card. They're never gonna have like stupid value, but I feel like they'll always hold a strong value.
You
So
never know because right now I
you
see
never
the
know.
posters doing a lot of good things. The older ones,
Hmm.
well, I mean the
Yeah,
Superfractors. You know what? There's
yeah.
these don't come numbered or supers, right? These just
Mm-mm.
come.
That's just how it is. Yeah. It was just a short print. Yeah, just a short print. But they're dope, man. They're
Yeah,
dope.
they're really nice.
Hmm.
I
I'm
like
a
all
huge fan of
the
those.
like different country variations of like the Return of the Jedi
Yeah.
and stuff.
Hmm. Yeah, because it's like those cards are so much about the movie. There's such a tribute to the movie, the time, the place. There's so much like cultural depth within those cards that
Yeah.
give it a lot of richness, you know.
It's also
Um
just a different because like we grew up with a very specific poster. So to see
mhm.
these, this is like a cultural. This is like I don't. We didn't see this growing up.
Is
That
that an
was
Attack of the Clones?
yeah. That wasn't like a
Yeah.
poster at the movie
Sick,
theaters
dude.
out here.
No.
That's
No.
what I'm saying. So it's like a cool. You get different art that you normally would never get.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
Pulling those is fun. I hope we see something like that in the future. I'm sure we will because they're a big hit. I'm still super curious, and we'll probably not know until the day of. But 50th anniversary, is that going to be the celebration set?
Nah, I don't think so.
You think it's going to be separate?
It has to be. Yeah. Unless they do that Mayo, like the celebration sets the first round and then the second round is a public release.
I
But I
could
think
see
the
that
50th
happening.
deserves to be its own set.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think I think it should be its own set.
yeah. It probably should. It's almost like it needs to be its own like kind of. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Because 50
I.
years is wild.
Hmm.
That's a
Hmm.
long time.
I can't even believe it. I'm you know it doesn't dawn on you until you see like it's like we're so used to seeing Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, and like it's so recent. It feels so recent to me, but then it's like seeing Mark in person and seeing Harrison in like like a show like Shrinking, like these guys are old. That they made that stuff so long ago, man. Like
They've literally
meanwhile
seen it all. Yeah.
meanwhile George is still just
Building
here's my
museums.
museum. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's still just making dope stuff. Like I'm so impressed by his longevity. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
it's
really
gonna
cool.
be nuts.
Yep. Well, that's all I got for today, man. That's all I got.
Same, baby, same.
That's all we got, and we appreciate you guys. Thanks for showing up for us again, and we'll keep bringing you guys our best. I hope that we can bring you guys something special fairly soon. As soon as I get to pull my head out of this art desk, I can start working on some things. So cool
Nice.
things coming. Cool things coming. I
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we have some hidden content, and we have some things that Poppy and I have been working on in the background that we're hopefully be able to bring to you sometime later in the year. So
Mm-hmm.
he's got moved. I'm gonna wrap up this
Super.
set, and then we're gonna be able to hopefully bring you guys some pretty cool stuff. So especially those of you who have been like riding with us for a while, like kind of been here since the start, like we're gonna try to give you guys something special. So, and it's not just a strongly worded text message. It should be something cool.
Yeah, exactly. But all right, that's it. That's it for today.
That's a
Every
wrap.
Thursday, guys. Next Thursday, now that I moved over here, I have a lot. You guys are gonna start seeing a lot of stuff come out from this podcast now that I have more time to focus on it. Now that I'm over here, but we'll leave it at that, and I'll see you guys next week.